Are you saying, can you do power bodybuilding and diet down and still train heavy? That's what I've always done. When you guys talking about your central nervous system, CNS training, preferred carb source, any carb. The one thing I recommend is not running away from any kind of carbohydrate. Heavier weight or more reps for muscle growth. Natural caps are better or supplements. Let's see what else we got here, guys. Preferred carb source, any carb. The one thing I recommend is not running away from any kind of carbohydrate, especially carbohydrates. If you want to run away from meat because you have principles or morals that you don't want to eat red meat or something like that, that's fine with me. Still eat some kind of meat, and make sure you take your vitamin D for bone density. But besides that, carbohydrates, if you start running away from all types of carbohydrates, man, you're in a world of hurt when you kind of go back to it, and everybody goes back to it. Trust me. I don't care who you are, and I've been around the industry again for 40 years. You sooner or later go back to pasta, you go back to the breads, you go back to that kind of stuff. When you do, and you changed how your body functions, you blow up like a balloon. So just be smart about that. Be really smart about that. If something like you're going to give up pasta and breads and anything gluten, then understand that's a life commitment. Just done. You're done with it. All right? Or fruit. I know a lot of people that just can't eat fruit. And as soon as you give fruit up and try to go back to it again, same kind of thing, you will blow up. Okay? Is power bodybuilding and diet possible training heavy? I don't know what that means. Power bodybuilding is training heavy. So I don't understand that. Are you saying, can you do power bodybuilding and diet down and still train heavy? That's what I've always done. So when I got ready for shows, I would do my power bodybuilding and diet down and still train as heavy as I possibly can. Thanks, Chris. Chris just saying he's learned a lot. Guys, if you here's something, maybe you'll get it. You youngsters won't get it, but you'll get it when you get it. I'll say that. You'll get it when you get it. One day you'll just go, aha. To look at a pro bodybuilder that's in his 20s, that's in shape. There's a lot of good genetics there. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of hard work. It's a lot of diet. It's a lot of stuff. But my recommendation is jump to the older guys. And that's what I always did. Even when I was 14, 15, I didn't look at the 20-year-olds. I didn't look at the teenagers I was competing against. I looked at the 30 and 40-year-olds and the guys that were still in shape. Here's the bottom line. If I see a fat person and that fat person gets in shape for 3 months and then blows back up, there's nothing to learn there. If this fat person that none of us know, that goes into the gym and gets in shape and stays there for 10 years, that's a smart person. There's something to learn from that. It's like the stockbroker. Are you going to go to a stockbroker because he's a stockbroker and he made $1 million, but then he lost it, and then he didn't know how to invest it again, and then back and forth? Or are you going to go to the guy that's rich and always rich? Go learn this stuff, and not just from me, but from any of the old-time guys that still are in shape, still injury-free, made it through those 20, 30 years injury-free or relatively injury-free and healthy, and in good shape relative to these one-hit wonders. There's not much to learn from a one-hit wonder. There's chemicals in this business and all that kind of stuff. Be smart. This is about health. First and foremost, health. All right? Secondary will be body. You'll get in shape in time if you can keep training. That's my best recommendation there, guys, for you guys to learn. Frank Zane, great guy to learn from. Lee Haney, again, great guy to learn from. These guys, they got some great knowledge there. Let me jump down here. I don't understand this. How many hits between heavy lifts for the CNS to recover? Again, here's something. When you guys talking about your central nervous system, CNS training, you just recover at the end of the program. It's not like you, and it's interesting that you guys think this again. I think you squat, and then you got to take a couple weeks off from a heavy squat. It doesn't work that way. Again, if you're getting ready for a powerlifting meet, you're getting ready for 8 to 12 weeks. And really, you only take off about 2 weeks at the end of those 12 weeks to lift your max. And then you just take a week off and go again. So to think that you should do a heavy deadlift and then take a month off, it's just too much internet for me, guys. You're missing the whole concept, or you're just assuming that your body is so weak. Okay. Hopefully, if you guys don't understand the nervous system training, it just means heavy training. It's all it really means. There's a percentage of extreme heavy for getting ready for a powerlifting meet or something. But you don't have to worry about that. That's if you're trying to do a certain number in powerlifting. My recommendation is lift as heavy as you can for that day, each day that you're lifting. Okay, so here's a basic question. This person probably doesn't know much about lifting. He says, more weights, I think he meant more reps, more weight, heavier weight, or more reps for muscle growth. So you kind of see how funny that is. And I think that we've already established to develop muscle, you need weight. And just do moderate reps with heavy weight. Go in there. And moderate reps is between 5 and 12. So enjoy that. Go in there and do that. But here's my thing. If you're asking that type of question, I'll guarantee you, I'll say it again, I'll guarantee you will look the same, if not worse, in a year. And the reason why this is because that is such a basic question that I guarantee that your nutrition is completely wrong. And this all goes back to nutrition. So if that's kind of the question you're asking, it's unfortunate. You should get a trainer to teach you how to do nutrition, or get somebody to show you how to eat correctly. Okay? Don't waste the time in the gym. Here's the big thing for you guys. And again, I understand that this is frustrating for you guys. But if you waste that kind of time in the gym, you're going to be really frustrated, and you won't lift longer than a couple months. You really won't. When you don't see the changes, you're not going to change. And it comes back to the nutrition is what's going to change you. And the nutrition is all year. So I know that if I say nutrition, most, which is a weird thing, but most people will say, well, I'm not getting ready for a show. Sorry, at that point, you lose. Getting ready for a show just means that you're going to tighten up. You're not going to build no muscle. When I'm talking about nutrition, I'm talking about that whole 9 months that's off season that you're lifting heavy to get the muscle. That's what I'm talking about, nutrition. That's where you make the changes. Okay. Thoughts on creatine? Creatine is great to help you lift and get through the exercises. You know, use it for 12 weeks and then stop, and then clean out the system and then go again. I don't understand the question. Natural are better? Natural caps are better, or supplements are better? Mike, please. I don't know what you mean, kiddo. Vitamins are great today. There are so many great vitamins in nutrition. Nutrition's number one, along with sleep. Here's the thing. I can change somebody with nutrition alone and sleep. I can't change anybody that just works out. So, and then add on to it. Do you understand what the word supplementation means? Supplementation means to add in. So you're adding that supplementation in on a proper nutrition. Does it help? 100%. I'm a glutamine freak. I'll take 20 grams of glutamine a day easily. There's so many things that are like so much more impressive to me than creatine. And I know, like somebody just said, my thought of creatine? My thought is glutamine. Branched chain amino acids, EAAs, those kind of things that everybody else goes, don't really need them. I'm a freak on that stuff. I'll do them 4 or 5 times a day. So yeah, do the nutrition and then add the supplementation to it. If you're getting over the flu, what to do in the gym? Absolutely nothing. Stay out of the gym. Recover. No, I think Ken here, or Someone asked here, am I going plant-based? No, I already talked about that. Not going to do it. Much too harmful for me.